It's not possible. I didn't say it would be easy, Neo.
All right. All right, this is 23 FM 8232, Shannon Collier versus Lucretia Waller. Both parties are represented by counsel. All right, you may proceed.
Your Honor, to give you a little background about this case, Your Honor, this is a legitimation case involving one child. He is 16 years old. His name is Shannon Collier Jr. He resides currently with Miss Waller. The parties have had a tumultuous relationship off and on where Mr. Collier would visit with the child and then visitation would be stopped. Over the years, it would be off and on. So Mr. Collier today has filed a petition to legitimate. The petition initially asked for custody, but we are asking the court today that we are no longer pursuing the custody. We're simply asking for legitimation and for a visitation schedule where the parties will meet at a mutual location in the community and where Mr. Collier will pick up his son to exercise his visitation. The child already has his last name, so we don't have to change the birth certificate. The issue of child support is already being addressed through child support recovery. We will tell the court that Mr. Collier is behind. However, he is working with child support recovery to get that caught up. That being said, Your Honor, the only issue today is about legitimation and visitation, and we understand that Ms. Waller objects to that. But we believe that he has not abandoned his interest in legitimating because he has maintained a bond with his son. His son should be available to come on to Zoom to testify to the court and provide that information about his contact with his father. But at this time, Your Honor, we're just asking for legitimation and for the standard visitation schedule where Mr. Collier will visit every other weekend, starting Father's Day weekend, and then they split the holidays. Thank you.
When you say to talk with the child about his relationship with his father, or talk with the child about the child's decision to visit with his father?
The child's wanting to visit with his father.
Okay, and the child is with whom right now?
Miss Waller.
Okay, you've just asked her to make the child available.
Correct.
Okay.
I did speak with Attorney Waller sometime earlier this week, and they said that they would have the child available, but I did not subpoena the child, so hopefully the child is available.
All right, Mr. Waller.
Yes, Judge. So we're asking the court to deny legitimation at this time, just because the child is going on 17 years old. He is in a stable, nurturing, loving home, and he doesn't need this disruption. Over the years, when my client has initiated visits with the petitioner, it's always resulted in some type of chaos where the behavior of the child has changed, or the grades are going down, and just a chaotic household when it's involved. So he hasn't been consistently visiting with him in all this time, Judge. The law does require that he as soon as he can and vigorously pursue his right to legitimate, and we just don't think that he has in all this time. So my client would like to address the court to express her objections. In addition, we were seeking some type of evaluation for him and subsequent counseling to prove that he can be a positive influence in his house, in the child's life, and conducive to more stability in his life and not deterioration of, the stability and the peace that they currently have in their home. So that's just kind of our position on it, is that if the court is inclined to grant some type of visitation or legitimation, that be contingent upon the petitioner being evaluated and seeking counseling and proving that he can be the father figure that my client believes he should be in her child's life.
Okay, so is when you say counseling, education counseling, is he doing something to the child, or is he doing something to Ms. Waller that requires you? So we're talking about how they making sure that they can work together, or are we talking about there being some issues of violence? What specifically mental health issues are you worried about?
Yeah, we definitely have concerns about them being able to work together. Additionally, he is of an age where he can potentially seek help if necessary, but damage to children is not always seen by the naked eye. So we do think that we do have some concerns about his influence mentally upon the child. So,
Like, what are we talking about? I mean, everybody is going to have influence on their own child. What specifically are you concerned about?
His behavior, he may come and be combative toward his mother, or his grades might slip in school, things like that. Again, his mother can better explain to judge.
Combative towards Miss Waller? Is he combative towards the child?
No. And I'm not saying that Petitioner is combative towards Miss Waller. I'm saying that he might have an influence upon the child where the child is behavior toward my client changes when he's involved in his life. Am I making sense?
Why would you think that?
So we just feel like he encourages the child to behave erratically and not be his normal self when he is actively visit his dad. Like maybe he'll go away and come back home and his mood, his actions toward her are different than how he was previously.
You think your position is you think Mr. Collier encourages his child to be combative towards his mother after visits?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And what type of relationship does Mr. Collier have with Miss Waller?
They do not have one.
Do they co-parent or not?
No, Judge. It's broken down, the co-parenting relationship.
Okay. All right. So now I have I think I have a general idea as to what you all are asking for. All right. Call your witness.
Your Honor, I call Mr. Shannon Collier.
So from time to time, I might turn my video off. Trying to get everything done, kind of went through lunch. So, and I don't like to snack or drink on the camera. So from time to time, I'll take my video off. I am present, but I just don't want you guys to wait any longer. Okay? Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then. What about you, Mr. Waller?
Yes, I'm fine with that, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you may continue.
Mr. Collier, raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, lower your hand. Please state your full name for the record.
My name is Shannon Collier, Shannon Jerome Collier.
And you are the father, the biological father of Shannon Collier Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are currently on his birth certificate, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What I say on his birth certificate, meaning you are listed as his father on his birth certificate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has a DNA test ever been done to confirm he is your child?
No, ma'am.
Okay. But you are not contesting paternity and you acknowledge he is your child?
Yeah, he's my son.
Okay. And you're currently on child support, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You pay $525 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You do acknowledge that you are behind in child support, but you are making arrangements with child support recovery to catch that up, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, since your child has been born, since Shannon Jr. has been born, what kind of visitation schedule have you had with him?
To be honest with you, I've been in his life since day one. Until the disagreement come up between me and Lucretia, she'll stop it. But I noticed though, when she needs me to keep him, when she has stuff to do, she'll let me get him. But if she don't have anything to do, she won't let me get him. But I've been about school clothes, football games, everything. See, that's a brother, and you can even ask him. He's seen me at all the football games, everyone their family come to, I'm there. I've been in his life the whole time. The only problem is Miss Waller. She's telling me I gotta do exactly what she says or won't nothing go. It's either
Okay,
her
so
way. And Mr. Waller can even tell you, he'd even seen me at the football games when they family come up. They come up once or twice a year, you know, to his football games or whatever. I met them, I seen them at the games and everything. I've been in his life his whole life. School clothes, with the school, everything. I mean, extracurricular activities. She just like last year, I took him to football camps. She let me take him out of town and everything. But once she get mad, that's when she starts this. You see what I'm saying? She told her family that I was trying to sue her, but in reality, it was about this case. She got mad about that. She jumped on Shannon. We had to call the police. We got pictures of him scratching up his neck. We got the defects, man. We got info where Shannon said he wanted to come stay with me because he was pretty much scared to be around her at the time. You know, we got 2 police reports where she put him out at the truck stop and wouldn't come back and get him. But once she found out I was coming to get him, that's
Judge,
when
I'm going to object to a narrative form. There's no question asked about that.
All right.
Okay. I'm just telling what's going on.
I sustain your objection. Ms. Harrison asked you to decline a question.
Okay. Your Honor, let's see here. What is it normal? When do you normally pick up your son and when do you normally drop them off? Your Honor, may I, I'm sorry. May I have 2 minutes? My phone is about to go dead. Because I've been waiting on morning. May I have just 2 seconds to try to find a charger? I am so sorry.
That's fine.
Thank you. Give me 1 second. I'm so Your Honor, I am back.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. This is very unorthodox, but and I am sorry for to make this request, Your Honor, but I will need about a 30-minute break because I am actually in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but I have another hearing that I am here in Baldwin County, and they stopped that hearing so that I could jump onto this one. But would it be possible, Your Honor, if we could come back? I should be done in about 30 minutes with that one here.
No, it won't be possible because after that hearing, after this one, then I'm moving into another one. If you have a conflict, you should file a conflict, and then that would have been differently because then we would be mindful. But everybody's thinking you're on Zoom. You can do 2 Zooms at once. You can't. You're going to find yourself caught like this. I can reschedule it.
Yes, Your Honor, then if that's possible. I mean, otherwise, if we could reschedule, otherwise, I mean, I'm more than welcome to come back at the end of the court's calendar, Your Honor.
Yes, I'll reschedule it, but you got to be mindful. Mr. Waller has been here the whole day. He's going to file it for attorney's fees. And I'm going to grant him because he's been here the whole time and you had 2 conflicts and you didn't file for them.
Well, yes, Your Honor. My anticipation was the hearing was going to resolve itself.
That's not a good way of handling. You're on a domestic calendar. You know, domestic calendars are long. You don't know where you're going to fall on it. You can't do 2 domestics at the same time. You file a conflict just to be on the safe side. And if you had told me you had another conflict, then I could work around it. And I wouldn't have stuck you here. I mean, I'm moving things around. I asked for a time announcement at the beginning of the case so that I'll know where to place them. All right. So this one I'll continue it. And it'll be placed on another calendar. Okay. But next time you gotta file for conflicts because everybody's thinking you're on Zoom. They could do 2 of them. And I have this all the time now lately that attorneys are not filing conflicts because they think they can flip from Zoom to Zoom. And at some point you get caught, and it happens more often than you probably realize. So you gotta this is a lesson learned. Okay. Case will be rescheduled. Mr. Waller, file your attorney's fees. All right, I'll take care.
Will do, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Y'all are free to leave.
All right, thank you, Judge.
This bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, you done tripped the fuck out. Hell, fuck no.
Mr. Collier, you're still on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.